Let's be honest, the iPhone is a bit boring. It's the exact same consistent experience, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it can get bland over time. And I'm seeing that happening in the iPhone community. And I think it's what prompts some Apple users to seek adventures elsewhere, hence the S24 Ultra, which we're gonna dive a little bit more into in this video, especially in comparison to the iPhone. And as an iPhone user who switches to the S24 Ultra, what does that look like? I mean, I see countless comments year after year of former Apple users who have switched over to the likes of the S24 Ultra or similar and who are happy and actually enjoying their experience or their freedom. But that doesn't come without its trade-offs. What is it really like switching into the Galaxy S24 Ultra? And let's get straight into what do you actually lose. There is no more iMessage once you go to the S24 Ultra. No more blue bubbles. There will be no more ecosystem unity, especially if you continue to use other Apple products. There will be no more FaceTime. There will be no more AirDrop. There will be no more app priority, and there will be no more high resale value. Now, before all of the Android users and Samsung Knights rush to the comment section to type out every single alternative to those features that I claim as a loss, we can take a moment to appreciate and actually give respect to the iPhone on how well it's natively integrated as far as those features go. They did a good job with that, at least. Now, you can live without those features. There is life outside of the iPhone, especially for those open-minded enough to experience it. No, while there's no iMessage, you can enable RCS chat and have a better text messaging experience. And Samsung actually has a solid ecosystem, which I plan to make a dedicated video to in the near future, so hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell. App priority is still something that's just always gonna favor iOS in the current climate, and it just is what it is. Now, yes, there are many alternatives to FaceTime, but even if you switch to an Android device, Apple users can still FaceTime you. So, Quick Share is almost as good, or if not just as good as AirDrop, so you're not gonna really lose out there. And as far as resale value goes, I mean, iPhones are king at resale value, but Samsung offers some of the most competitive trade-in rates when upgrading your Samsung device. Just kind of got to do it with them. And some carriers offer a similar upgrade pattern or path, but I think Samsung is the best at it. So not only is the S24 Ultra just as well built as any iPhone, it can do a lot more than any iPhone by far. First thing first is you can really tailor your device to represent you, as there's unlimited customizing opportunity. As you can see, my S24 Ultra looks like no iPhone ever could, and that allows for me to be an individual. iPhones, on the other hand, offer no true individuality, as they all look and function the exact same. And yes, you can somewhat manipulate your home screen layout, but it will never be on the level of Android, unless Apple chooses to make a change. But let's be honest, they've been on this exact same consistent grid style since 2007. We're literally coming around to near 20 years of the same grid. Make it make sense. So the freedom you'll feel instantly comes from actually being able to make your device the way you want it to be. And it gets deeper than just a custom look. You can customize widgets, you can customize your keyboard, your home screen launcher, macros, and automation. Android is truly the platform of freedom, and you get access to this freedom via the S24 Ultra. And it's a reason why Apple users who are bored with the iPhone tend to switch to Samsung. And honestly, if you're truly feeling the itch to make a switch, you can get the S24 Ultra via the links that I have down in my description or in the first pinned comment at up to 61% off. So I highly recommend you check out those links if you're feeling the itch to make a switch, or you're just out shopping the new S24 Ultra or Galaxy Watch 6 Classic and maybe the Buds 2 Pro, whatever you call them. It's a nice ecosystem. Wait for that video. I'm a big Galaxy Watch Classic user and fan. Just watch the videos that I've made on them. Now, as a primary Apple user, mainly in the area of their computers, even I can see the benefits in comparison to the S24 Ultra. You just have to be open-minded to it. You don't even have to be open-minded, to be honest. But it's okay to realize that you've been sipping the same apple juice year after year, and not much has changed in the terms of its flavor. But to many Apple and iPhone users, that's exactly why they stick to the iPhone. It's consistent and familiar year after year. But if you're open to trying something different and can become acclimated, I feel like Android or the S24 Ultra can feel just as familiar. Now, the funny thing is, in the past, for Apple users switching to Android, I would highly recommend Pixel devices because it kind of had that feeling a lot similar to, an iPhone. But as Samsung continues to develop One UI more and more and give it more of that cleaner Pixel-ish feel while still, staying true to Samsung and what they do, I can confidently recommend the S24 Ultra to Apple iPhone users who are looking to actually make a switch without hesitation. And listen, I gotta be straight up. Not every iPhone user is gonna enjoy their switch over to the S24 Ultra or any Android device for that matter. But for those who actually do enjoy the switch, you're in for a treat. The screen quality is just as good. The camera is arguably comparable, especially if you watch my, video where I teach you guys how to use the pro camera photo and video features to get what these cameras can actually do. The speakers, on the other hand, I gotta give the iPhone the edge up when it comes to speaker quality, but you can still watch and consume media here just as well.
Still move on the hush, never rough for none. I face my fears, I just drop a none. Month to month, still from year to year. Move on the hush, never rough for none. I face my fears, I just drop a none. Month to month, still from year to year. New watch, no diamonds. New watch, no diamonds.
The performance on both of these is neck and neck, so there's no argument for one over the other there. But there is an S Pen on this one, where there is no S Pen on this one, if you use the S Pen. But most of all, the most important of all is user experience. And as I'm as real as I'm always am going to be here, it is just as good and in many ways better on the S24 Ultra. Mic drop. Ooh. That is my long-term opinion. That is my long-term review from the perspective of someone who is primarily an Apple user switching to the S24 Ultra.
New watch, no diamonds, new watch, good timing, yeah. New watch, no diamonds, new watch, good timing, yeah. Need no middleman, I'm the man to man, send it in. I like what I like, me, I know my rights is sipping in. I like having fun, I do what I want, it's what it is. For my son and son, for my daughters, yeah, it's for my twin. I work through the night.